Hey, welcome back to the channel. I found a nice, quiet place to be today. My wife is actually traveling back from visiting with her family in Montana. And so it is the 4th of July. And so the shop is closed and there's no one here. I'm somewhere where I don't have to wear a mask. The beaches are closed, so I can't surf. So I might as well work on the airplane. So what I've done, I'll show you what I've got going on here. I just test fit this piece in here using the clamps just to make sure that I got the procedure down before I just fiddle around with that on video for a while. It's easier just to kind of nail down what I want to do before I get to that point. And then I'm going to put a little taper on the back end of this just so it's not a stress riser there. It doesn't say to do that, but I think it's just good practice to do that. Then I've got everything marked out here. I don't know if you can see this or not. I've got this is where my RS-17 piece is going to go across from here to here. This section here is what I have to route out. This is my 3/4 inch lay-in, just like you see over here. So I've got to route this all the way up to where the leading edge sheeting is here and remove that piece. And sequencing is kind of important because I wanted to do this while I still have a straight edge here. That way I get a nice straight line. If I would have already removed this extra material, it would have been a problem because this would not be perfectly straight. So just had to remove a little bit of material here using a flush router bit, and I'll show you that setup here in a few minutes after we do this part, because I just want to get this done first and then go from there. So what I have over here is my Porter cable router. Rockler makes some like really nice bits, and so I'll show you what I'm working on here. I modified an edge guide. So this is an edge guide that you can get for this Porter cable router. I modify it by I modified it, excuse me, by taking these pieces off. They actually went this way. They were like that. And so I cut those off because because my bolts go forward to aft inside the leading edge. Well, let me just show you so you can see this. Because my bolts go forward to aft inside the leading edge here, they only come out so far. So that is as far as they'll go. So this bracket can't come off without actually, I mean, you could cut these off and then go from here into the leading edge and get your nut on without any problem. So that's not a problem for the future. It was just a little bit of a problem right now because I couldn't go past this. So I had to have my piece here, my edge guide, which will be riding like this, actually stops right there, which gives me just enough space to get pretty close to this corner right here. Then I may have to just freehand a little bit around that corner. And yeah. Let me get back over here and show you what I was working on. Hopefully that didn't just totally confuse you. So since I'm routing a 1/16 of an inch, what I'm doing is I'm setting my router down. Turn it this way, just on a nice flat surface, and I've got it sitting on 1/16 inch, and then all you do is you rotate this ring here, and that moves the router bit up and down. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go until it just touches, and then I'm going to test that and see how that works out depth-wise, because I can always make micro adjustments as I go. So that seems pretty good there. Hit the lock, we're all set there. And then if we go over here, we'll get set up with the edge guide, which just slips in back here. Then I can move this over where I want it to be, and this is somewhere kind of in the middle, so that's probably a good place to start with this. And then we'll just run a test real quick and see how the depth looks. All right, I'll show you that. So that's what we got, and what I want to see is basically I just want to see the surface of the rib below. And I think I'm still looking through a very thin layer of the plywood on the bottom, so I can actually adjust just down a micro bit. So try that. So I'm going to unlock it, and we are going to just ever so slightly move this down. I'm going to lock it back, and we're going to try again. Okay, so that should be perfect, actually. Give you a look at that one. So that is what we're looking for. So I don't believe I'm going into the rib at all, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move this on out so I can actually see if I'm going into the rib or not, and then we'll continue on from there. Keep having to move the tripod. Sorry about that. So all I have to do is loosen this up and move this on out a little bit. We'll tighten it up, and we'll try again. All right, so I can see right there that I am removing just a very, very, very small bit of the rib right there. So I'm just going to go back the other way just a touch, just to make sure, and then I think we'll be in a position to go ahead and route this out. So that looks pretty good. Super happy with that. That's exactly what I was attempting to do. And now all I have to do is come in and I'll finish these up with the chisel here. Finish up this back end, square that off with the chisel, and just kind of clean that up. And that looks really good. All right, let's chisel something. So I thought I would actually cut that. I think I'll actually cut that line with my saw, and then I'll come back to chiseling it. So we're just gonna get this right in here. If you haven't used a wood chisel before, you don't want to go this direction with it. It'll dig in right away. Just want to keep it nice and flat like this, using let this part slide on the wood, and then you can control the depth that you're actually cutting. And I'm just gently going at this, so just taking a little bit at a time. So I got this cleaned out and nice and square, so that's really good. And then I just took my, just kind of ran my 3/4 inch Plein, or yeah, wood chisel. Just kind of ran that along the top edge, just skimming and smoothing out. I got that all the way to the front here. All the way to the front. Now I've got some epoxy fillet kind of right along here. So I'm just going to clean that out real quick. But I may wait to do that until after I have a larger surface, because when I put this other piece on, I'm going to actually be able to do the same thing. I'm going to be able to come in here and go along this edge. So I think I will. I think I'll wait until this is on before I clean that up. So, all right. So now that that's all routed out, feel super good about that. Now I'm going to put in the get this piece in, and then once we have that one in, then we can jump over. Once this one's in here, we can jump over and we can get this piece in across here. We can get the piece in across the front, and yeah, then we'll be making really good progress. So, okay, I'm going to get some epoxy mixed up, and we'll get this one clamped in place, and then we can start working on the other ones. All right.